previously on Our World, Our Time. Some scholars from New York and Yale and all this that were like, yo, African Americans, free slaves did it a year prior to what y'all are calling out there. And then all of a sudden, the game gets real murky. All of a sudden, nobody knows. And then it's like, oh, it really doesn't even matter. It's a thing that we do. It kind of does, because y'all was, you know what I mean, putting it up like it was what it was. So, but black people did it first.
Yeah, son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. Hey, I always wanted to do that, you know, just like, yo, remember the last... It makes everything dope. It makes everything seem more important to catch up with it, like cliffhangers. Remember back in the day, like, I don't know how old everybody listening is, but you even Dragon Ball Z and a lot of them other joints, Yu-Gi-Oh, all of them, it'd be like 6 episodes to like a 20-minute battle. Or like that 5-minute where it really is the climactic end to something, and you're like, but they'd always leave you hanging, like right when especially like at the face-off and everybody look at each other, and it's like, next episode, and it's like, oh, and even then, like, it'll be like, they'll show you the craziest punches, like, what? Oh, they're gonna go hard. Come to find out they, like, the eye staring, and then somebody swung at somebody, a couple of punches, boom, boom, boom. Then they talking for another like 30 minutes, and then next episode. Then it's the real fight. That lasts for like 2 episodes. Then it's like something else happened. Then the real thing that ends it off is like 5 minutes. Crazy, but it always feels good to be like, previously on. Anyway, Our World, Our Time. What's going on? Part two. This one, this right here, this is about the Tulsa massacre, race massacre, the and I said it on the show Saturday. A lot of people had no idea about this until Watchmen, and it's crazy now that we hit the 100-year mark. Everybody is on top of this. Everybody all of a sudden knows this history. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Then there's this thing where, and I kind of forgot how to word it, but apparently we're not supposed to talk about America's crazy, messed up history. You know what I'm saying? It's something race, something theory. I don't remember it quite real. I will figure it out as time goes on. We don't do edits. We just, you know what I'm saying? We keep it real. We keep it as it is, like on the show. Like when I'm doing my mix show, I ain't got time to, like, I can't stop and go, yo, hold on. It's what it is. So when y'all hear it, what y'all hear with the switches over to the thing from the show, that's it. That's it's like that. There's no editing that. There's no nothing. And I try to keep it like that when I do these little, you know what I'm saying, lead-in joints. But with that being said, yeah, I don't understand this whole thing where we're trying to not talk about our history. Trust me, our history, yeah, it's crazy and it's horrific at times, but it's beautiful at times. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the good with the bad. Like right now, America has become truly elitist. You know what I'm saying? We are truly the rich, really rich, wealthy guy who had family. Forget God. We are the really rich, wealthy family that has done a lot of horrid stuff in its past, but it's like, yo, I got enough money to make y'all forget about that, and let's talk about just all the good stuff that we've done. That's what we are now. Like, we don't want none of our dirty laundry and the skeletons in our closet to come out, you know. But that's what makes it great. Like, even when we was like, what was the last year when they was tearing down stuff like statues, like, yeah, some of those guys really didn't have a redeemable quality outside of they were soldiers. Like, George Washington was a good dude. George Washington also had slaves. So yeah, I get that, but that is America. That's America. Like, here's a great person who had a really messed up portion of his history. Thomas Jefferson, great guy, had some really messed up stuff in his history. That's our country. Our country, and then we're just told to like not acknowledge it. Like, how does that work? Like, there was no such thing as slaves. How do you explain Nat Turner? Like, Nat Turner was just a disgruntled worker, and he had other disgruntled workers, and they tried to form a union. It didn't work out, so then he just went crazy and posted with a group of dudes, and they started killing their boss, and then went to other corporations and killed those bosses. Like, how does that work? Like, how do we, Harriet Tubman, how do you explain Harriet Tubman? How does that work? You know what I mean? Like, you can't, it's our thing. What we need to do is grow from it, learn from it. I don't want to get on a rant here, Dennis Miller, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of, like, KRS-One said, old ideas have to die with the old people. You know, there's nothing more mind-numbing than seeing a 20-something-year-old who has the same mentality as their grandfather. Something's wrong with that. In today's world, like, you're 20-something, like, hip-hop is the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce is the biggest star. The internet shut down when Michael Jackson died. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, the debate on great athletes. Outside of football, most great athletes in sports are people of color. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Shaq. You know what I'm saying? You got Tiger Woods, you got Serena Williams. It's people of color are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the best shows, the way we dress, and then some 20-year-old is like, I hate all of this. And they have such a crazy view on stuff, and you're like, how does that work? It works because we don't want to acknowledge that we been down this road. We are continuously traveling this path. And every time the opportunity to, like, when we hit that fork in the road that we can become a better country, for whatever reason, we're like, nah, I like this route. This is it right here. I'm good with this. I don't know, man. But the Tulsa thing, and what always really makes it sad is because, first of all, it's not an exclusive situation. That's not a one-off. It was a one and done situation. There's so many more situations like that. Some far worse. And the Tulsa thing where the government gave guns. And I said this with the Philly thing that I still can't find the audio and everything for that show. But the FBI gave bombs to the local police to bomb in the city of Philadelphia in 1985. That is beyond, that's just crazy that's where we're at right now. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, we have to, you know, you can't go, let's just talk about our great stuff without talking about the negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's total genocide of a whole race of people being the Native Americans. Like, there's little few hundred pockets here and there in reservations when all of this was them. All of this. Could you, like, and you mean to tell me just out of curiosity to go, well, what happened to them? There's a beautiful way to paint their non-existence now? I don't know. We gotta do better, America. We really do. This is part 2. Like I said, I don't want to, stuff like that, you just want to know what's going on sometimes. Anyway, do your research, people. Please do some research on this. And like I said, you will probably find yourselves down a rabbit hole because there's so many more situations. And I don't like talking about the negative stuff because at some point somebody will be like, man, all he does is talk about the messed up stuff in America and how it's. Again, I'm one of the people, I understand we've, as a country, have done a lot of great stuff. We're the country that, you know what I'm saying, the means are justified by the end result. We've done a lot of mean stuff with our means, though. Like, there's a lot of blood on our hands as a country. But, again, it is what it is. Listen to the joint. Thank y'all for listening. Do your research. Enjoy. I'm off the soapbox now. I'm gonna kick it to the side. You know, I'm gonna finish the day out chilling. It's the first of the month. Wake up. Don't quote me on any of that stuff right there, please. Especially Ruthless Records. I ain't got no money. Don't run up on me like that. Enjoy. Yes. Hey. Yo, that. Hey, wrong freeway song. I was trying to get that, you know what I'm saying, a joint with the J and Bean joint, something else. Threw the wrong joint in, but we kept the party moving. You know what I'm saying? Word. You know how we get down, man. You know what we do. Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. You know how I get down, man. Yo, like I said, we gonna do a whole lot of joints. Rest in peace. Like, you know what I'm saying, to Luther, Big. It's a whole bunch, yo. We played a whole bunch of joints. Anyway, you know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. So we're gonna get into this right here. Part 2, the second one for the day. I don't usually do this, you know how we don't usually do it like this, but we're gonna do it like this today because, you know what I'm saying? We got to, word up. So let's do it like this. Take it from the top. Take it from the top. This moment in Black history. If you saw Watchmen, the show on HBO, then you know where I'm about to go. 1921, out there in Tulsa, was the race massacre, the race riot, the war. It was crazy. I remember Regina King tweeted that she didn't even know people ain't know nothing about that. It's still mind-blowing that people don't know nothing about that. This weekend, the 100-year anniversary, I don't know, America loves to, like, always do anniversaries for, like, tragedies, so I don't even want to ride with it like that, but it's 100 years ago, this weekend it happened. Out there in, Tulsa, in the Greenwood district, Black Wall Street, because the money was so dope, it was like the flow was so ill, the fashion, the style, it was like the place to be for black people back in. A 19-year-old Dick Rowland, a shoe shine dude, he was accused of assaulting a 17-year-old on the elevator somewhere, you know, in the building, and the people came across the line to try to lynch him, and that sparked the thing. Because what people don't know is a lot of the black dudes was ex-soldiers, so they won't even back it down. They already had that chip on their shoulder, and they won't back it down. So things became crazy. It lasted for a couple of days or so. It was wild because the government, the plane, like when they talk about the planes flying over and bombing and all this and all that, the government gave ammunition and fire, you know what I'm saying, firepower to the white people to do all that. It was crazy, like it was a war zone here in our country for a couple of days over an incident that may or may not even have happened, because we all know how that goes. It's always some crazy incident and then you find out later on ain't none of that happened. But it was just what it was, and people don't even talk about it. Like it's one of those other black eyes on the country, and we don't even talk about it. People don't talk about it, but it's there. It was an old lady. I wanted to get the clip. It's an old lady. You can find it on YouTube or social media where she survived it. She was a young kid. She was 7 when it happened, and she's at Congress and she's talking about it. And she's like 107, and she said ain't nothing changed between then and now. Yo, it's just what it is, what it is. Crazy situation though. All of that was destroyed. The whole area destroyed, and nobody, like I said, nobody talks about it. So when the show came on a few years ago, it was crazy. It was dope how they put that out there, and you know, it was just one of those things. Like in 1996, they actually put a study about the Tulsa race riot of 21. The commission pulled up a final report, and they did some other stuff. And the black citizens of the program, they got some type of, it was recommended that they get some reparation. It's just a crazy, crazy joint. We talking about it went down from the 30th, 31st, and the 1st. You know what I'm saying? There was some survivors here and there. Like I said, everything had to be rebuilt. That's what we do though, man. Let's get back to the, I told y'all the second one was gonna be kind of, it's gonna be a downer a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get back into some music and do what we do. Got about 10 minutes left, you know what I'm saying? As I always say, do your research, check it out. Black history, American history, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get back into this right here. I ain't even had this little slow beat and everything to get into it too. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna pick the tempo back up. Let's do what we do. VA stand up. We're gonna hit y'all off with this Aaliyah joint, VA style.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.